Respectfully, I will not chase you. Respectfully. And this isn't coming from an egotistical point of view, and it most definitely isn't a reflection on who you are. It's more a realization of who I am. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but conceptually, to qualify the act of chasing a woman would mean she's running away from you. Am I tripping? I don't think I am. Men have always been hunters, but somewhere along the lines, hunters have become misconstrued as chasers, and hunters have never been and will never be chasers. This is what's on my mind this week, so let's talk about it. All across time, from predators in the wild, early man with primitive tools, and modern-day hunters with sophisticated equipment, hunters have never been chasers. Chasing has always been a vital part of the hunt, but a very small part of the hunt. Consider any of the big four cats. It's easy to relegate the entirety of their hunt to just the chase, which couldn't be further from the truth, because the hunt primarily constitutes a lot more than just the chase. The chase, in the case of the lion, for instance, is only 50 meters. Lions cannot sprint for more than 50 meters. They will literally start to overheat. So the chasing part of the hunt is only a few seconds when you consider the lion, at least. Hunting as a process consists very little of the chase and more of preparation. Any of the cats or any predators spend most of their time studying their prey. How they move, their strengths, their weaknesses, that is what they spend most of the time doing. The chase, that sprint, is only ever a few seconds. So even in the case of early man, he would spend most of his time preparing. After he had studied his prey, created his weapons, then he would learn how to efficiently use these weapons. Only after he had done all of these things, preparation, would he then commence the hunt. So how does this relate to modern day dating and how men are hunters but not chasers? In modern day dating, most women believe that men should chase, which is preposterous. Hunters, as we've established, do not chase. The chasing part of the hunt, very small part. Men, in the pursuit of women for the purpose of a relationship, the hunt should focus most of the time on preparation. That is the bigger and more important part of the hunt. That is where your primary focus should be. So what does preparation entail? Two things. Number one, financial stability. Number two, emotional stability. Let's look at number one, financial stability. Do not begin the hunt if you're not financially stable. No good can come out of this. Do not pursue a woman if you are not financially stable. There is no scenario where this works out in your favor as a man. You cannot pursue a relationship in 2024 without having a certain level of financial stability. This should be your primary focus when it comes to preparation. Now, financial stability is relative. To some people, financial stability is having the ability to go skiing in Aspen 3 times out of the year. Some people, it's having 3 square meals a day. So how do we bridge this gap? For me, what I would define for a man as financial stability boils down to 3 basic things: accommodation, transportation, food. As a man, you should be able to provide for yourself suitable, stable, and safe accommodation, comfortable and efficient transportation from point A to point B, food throughout the day as many times as needed. If you're able to do these 3 things effortlessly, you are in a financially stable position. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, women nowadays don't care about that, which to some extent is true. They care about cute dates, trips, expensive hair, nails, all of these other things. But this is why I have brought it down to those 3 things, because if you are not able to do those 3 basic things, you cannot jump to holidays if you cannot afford accommodation. You cannot jump to buying expensive hair and cute dates if you're incapable of buying food in the home. So if you can establish those three things first and have the ability to do them effortlessly, everything else becomes exponentially easier, right? So as a man, you have to establish these three basic things first for yourself. Then you establish how to get them effortlessly. After that, you figure out how to extend them to the other person. Can you provide suitable, safe accommodation for yourself and this other person? Can you provide transportation, efficient and comfortable transportation for yourself and for this other person? Can you provide food, nourishment, sustenance every time it's needed, every time someone needs to eat? Are you able to provide food effortlessly for yourself and for the other person? To me, if you're in a position where you're able to do that effortlessly, the other things will become easier. So I believe with everything that defines me that men, especially young men, should spend most of the time preparing, acquiring knowledge, acquiring skills that you can leverage for financial stability. Most of your time should be spent preparing for these things. As a young man, if you can work on yourself to a point where you can inherently provide value, you will automatically eliminate the chase part of the hunt. You will no longer chase after women. You will attract. The prey will come to you. And this goes back to preparation. If you've prepared sufficiently, the prey will always come to you. I think this is the most fundamental thing as men that we need to understand about women. Women, more than anything else, respond to security. Let me break it down for you. If you can provide security for a woman, she's not going anywhere. Oh no, but Izu, women these days are just materialistic, they're into money. That's financial security. If you can make a woman feel comfortable enough to be in your space and not worry about finances, at least the basics, she's not moving from that space, at least not because of financial security. And another would say, oh, I just like my man to put it down in the bedroom. That's physical security. Physical security, when we think about it most of the time, we think having the physical capacity to protect, which is a part of physical security. You should have the ability to protect the woman physically. Around you, she should feel physically secure. But that's not limited to just physical protection. Your woman should be secure in your abilities in the bedroom, that she doesn't need to look outside. Your woman should not be moved by how other girls are explaining their experiences in the bedroom and it's French to her. She should be able to say, oh, my man puts it down. That is security. Physical security also applies to you as a man taking care of yourself. And taking care of yourself doesn't need to be expensive. If you can afford to, why not? But you don't need a gym membership to stay in shape. You can do a few push-ups, a few sit-ups that you keep that physical appeal. You don't need to wear the most expensive clothes, but clean, ironed clothes make a difference. You don't need to have the most expensive cologne. A nice shower, affordable roll-on, and affordable deodorant that you are clean and smelling good goes a long way. This gives the woman physical security that when she's by your side, she feels physically secure to walk with you in the streets and not feel embarrassed. So as the man, you can do all of those things to physically secure your woman. Emotional security. As men, we are very logical. Sometimes women just need you to listen. When she presents to you how Sharon from accounting is being sometimes you just have to listen. But our minds are wired differently. Every time a woman comes to us with a problem, we want to give them a solution. That's not it, at least not all the time. Sometimes I just need you to listen. I remember dating this girl and she asked me to help her to move. In my head, help me to move is move stuff from my old house to my new house. See? My mind was in problem solving mode the entire time. She had a problem of moving stuff. My job was to fix the problem by saying, I will pay people to move your stuff from this place to this place. But that's not what she was saying. She was saying that a fundamental shift was happening in her life, a big change was happening, and she wanted me to be a part of it. But I wasn't listening. I just wanted to give solution. So men, make your woman feel emotionally secure. All of it, the things that you're preparing are just security. You can throw everything that I've said and will say in this video out the window. The one thing you should keep is women respond to security. If you can make her feel secure in every aspect of her life, she is not moving. Unless, of course, she's a garden tool and she just wants to be everywhere with everyone. And doing all of these things to provide security, to make sure that the woman has everything that she needs. I know how unfair it seems sometimes being a man, but there's no fairness in a man's vocabulary. It just doesn't exist. The best we can hope for as men is balance. Up, down, cold, hot, night, day, winter, summer. That's the best we can hope for. If you go through life as a man seeking fairness, you will lead a very melancholy life. There's no fairness for men. There's balance. And you figuring out how to take advantage of the times when the scales are on your side and how to figure it out when they're not. You can cry, you can complain, you can do all those things, but it won't fix anything for you. As men, no one is coming to save you. You just have to figure it out and get it done. That's it. For us, people don't care about how we feel. People don't care about fairness. The only thing they care about are results. So get up, figure out how to get the result. That's all that matters. And when we talk about preparation, and particularly financial preparation before you can date, you should always account for variable change. The one thing you can be guaranteed is that financial seasons change. How well you're doing today won't be how well you'll be doing every day. When you're figuring out who you want to be with, who you want to pursue, account for variable change. Understand the person that you're pursuing relative to the variable change of your financial situation. If you can take care of the three things we talked about, accommodation, transportation, food, 11 months out of the year, and this 1 month, things just don't go your way, and she steps away from you because of that 1 month, that isn't the person for you. Like the lion, study and understand your prey. Like early man, study and understand your prey. Then go and create tools that will help you conquer this prey. But you have to understand your prey. The second bit of preparation is, if you're not emotionally ready to be with one person, do not begin the hunt. Or at least be upfront about it. Tell the other person that you are not emotionally ready to be with one person and they should be okay with that. And sometimes emotional maturity comes with time, especially for men. We get there. It just takes us a little time. And on the female side, you should also have the ability to discern who's hunting to kill and who's hunting for sustenance. Because there's some people that just want to get laid. That is their primary objective. And then there's also people that are seeking long-term relationships with you. You should be able to tell the difference. You should be able to discern what someone's motive is. And one thing I'll say to men, especially young men, if you've done your part, you've prepared, you are ready, you have the basics that you need to pursue a woman, don't let anybody waste your time. If a person is stringing you along, cut your losses and let them go. Don't let any person make you follow them like a lost puppy. If they're interested, great. If they want to play hard to get, cut your losses, walk away. It's not worth chasing. Trust me, the most successful relationships, dates, flings, the most rewarding I've had are situations where the other person wanted to be there just as much as I did. Every situation where I've been the chaser, I've been chasing, didn't end well for me. And I can almost guarantee it won't end well for you. There has to be a sense of mutual desire to be together. Yes, there's some girls who will make you work a little harder, but there's a difference between a person who doesn't want you and a person who's just saying, try a little harder, dummy. Show me that you're really interested. The second you notice a person doesn't want you, move on as quickly as possible. William Shakespeare wrote, "The easiest way to lose a woman is to chase her," from one of his most famous plays, The Merchant of Venice. These have been my thoughts this week. I hope wherever you're watching or listening to this from, you're having an amazing, amazing day. And as always, dare to be great. See what happens. Peace.